Good morning, welcome back to another beautiful weekend here at the off-grid property. It's been about a month since I've been up here. I've been here for a couple of days now. Well, I got here Sunday evening. Yesterday I was busy doing a bunch of tedious little things that I didn't feel like recording, and then here we are today. So it's a beautiful day. I don't know if you can tell, just a little bit breezy going on right now. The temperature is around 60 degrees. It's a little warm for this time of year. The sky is fairly clear, except for the south there. Should have some weather moving in here in the next day or so. But change of plans temporarily. I'm gonna put the carport build on hold for now. I don't have enough time in one day, maybe two, to come up here and get anything meaningful done. Just the whole process of getting everything out, my tools, my tractor, everything set up, all that time, and then to get to work and then have to put all that stuff back, all that time. It's really not worth it for a day or two up here for me to, because I won't get much done really. So, and this project will end up taking forever. So I'm going to put it on hold until I have more time up here, or I'm here for a more extended period of time. And then that's when I will attack and complete the carport build. Right now, my goal when I came up here was just to get right on the insulation in the cabin. But ran into a couple of snags, and we'll start with the solar. So right away, I don't know if you can hear it. Not a major issue yet, but it's going to be. I don't know if you can hear that sound. I have my inverter turned off right now, so no power is coming out of this room right now. But that sound, I believe, is the fan in here, and it sounds like it's... Let me get away from it. The fan sounds like it's on its way out, which is not a big deal. I mean, the power will have to be turned off probably when I leave here. I'll probably just shut everything down because I don't want the fan to like short out while I'm gone and cause a fire. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and shut that off when I leave here. But I'm going to need a new either fan or charge controller nonetheless. I'm going to look into to see if I can buy a replacement fan for it. If I can't, then I will just go ahead and do what I've been wanting to do, which is get a whole new system. Currently, just the all-in-one charge controller inverter. But eventually, I'll replace the battery bank. And I'm going to show you, or more like tell you why. So, when I got here Sunday night, I left all of my food out in the truck in my little 12-volt refrigerator out there, so I did not have the refrigerator running inside the cabin. All I did was I ran the TV for a couple of hours, maybe 2 hours, and one light. You know, and my surveillance is always running, so that never shuts off. And maybe I charged a couple of, like a cell phone battery and I think this camera battery. When I got up in the morning, early morning, as the sun was coming up, my low voltage warning alarm was on, beeping on my inverter, and it shouldn't have been. I didn't use much power overnight. That battery bank should not have gotten a low voltage. So it's clearly not holding a charge like it used to. In last month's video, I had to put quite a bit of water in the batteries, and I ran a little short, so I tried to even it out across the bank. And what I did was I brought up some more water this trip. And yesterday I went ahead and filled all these up completely. They're completely full. But I think the problem is now is I need to put it through an equalize mode to get the batteries close to as balanced as possible. So I think that's why it's not really holding much of a charge right now. So the idea yesterday was to, after maintaining the batteries, putting the water in, I was gonna go ahead and fire up the generator, plug it in, and let it charge my batteries and get them charged quickly so I don't have to wait all day. And then I could put this into an equalized mode and balance the batteries. Well, this happened as I was going to start my generator. The pull cord broke off. Yep. And these are kind of a pain to get to inside because you got to pull this whole thing apart, and then some stuff off the front here and drain lines for your carburetor and all that stuff. It would probably only take me like 30 minutes, but it's kind of there's a lot going on to take that apart, and I don't feel like dealing with it right now. I've got other things that I want to do. I had a feeling that was going to happen sometime because this generator's 10 years old and I've used the heck out of it in the last 10 years. And I went ahead and purchased new cord probably, I don't know, 3 months ago, and I brought it up here. I think it's in the shipping container because I had a feeling this was going to happen. There was no signs of it fraying or anything. I watched it happen as I was pulling on it. So, but yeah, I had a feeling this was going to happen. So I brought some up. So I have everything I need to fix it. But either way, I couldn't get the batteries charged quick enough yesterday because it was very overcast yesterday. Like most of the day it was overcast. It was not like this. So the batteries took forever, all day to get to float. So I wasn't able to put them through an equalizer. By I don't know, 9 p.m. the low voltage warning was already coming on, and I hadn't hardly used anything. I mean, I had the refrigerator. At that point I had plugged the fridge in and turned it on, but it shouldn't have been at low voltage. So luckily I brought this up. I don't know if you can see it, but this is a device that I built. It is basically a solar lithium power station. This contraption. Yep. I started with just a DeWalt toolbox I bought at Home Depot, and I bought a simple 30 amp Victron charge controller, an AC to DC charger, and my 2000 watt inverter. And probably take a look real quick. I don't know if you can see, it looks like a rat's nest in there, but BMS, my 4 cells, lithium cells that I purchased online, and a couple other things going on in here. I'm not going to go into it right now, but this is a 12 volt, 280 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery. And then I've got some little USB kind of stuff going on over here. Cigarette lighter, and there's a switch for it. Anyways, been running the cabin off of that since last night. No problem. This has plenty of juice. I've used this before. I built this a couple years ago. I talked about it in a video, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. I talked about it, but I never got back to it again. But anyways, this thing's awesome. I've already had to use it a few times at home when the power went out. We run our refrigerators and our deep freezer and all that stuff for hours and hours and hours. Anyways, yeah, been running the cabin off of that all night with the refrigerator and lights and TV and all that stuff, charging batteries, phones, and no problem. So I'm doing that to allow this system to charge without having to supply any power to anything. And it's already Well, it's been in absorb mode for quite a while now. It's probably going to go into float here in just a little bit. Once it goes into float, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the equalizer and let it zap those batteries for, I don't know, a few hours. I'm not really sure how long to do an equalizer on these. It's hard to find clear information from different manufacturers. Say a couple hours, different websites or you know, golf cart professionals, they say like 5 hours. I just don't know. So I'm going to let it go for a few hours at least, because I'm certain that the battery needs it. Went ahead and did a couple other things yesterday. I brought up a washer. I don't know if this thing's going to tip over because I'm not connected to my truck, but so you can't see it very well, but there's a very dirty washer up there. That's the one that belongs here. That was right over there. I took it home because I had to use it while this one was broken. And this one's still broken. I'm done messing with it. I did all the easy stuff that it could be, didn't fix it, so we're done with this. We went ahead and bought another washer, actually identical to that one up there, just newer, and it works great. So this is going to be up here. I'm going to end up taking the drum out of it at some point, utilizing that for a fire pit, and then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the sheet metal on this. This has a water pump in it, so I'm going to take that out and save that. This other washer, the one that belongs up here, you guys have seen it in all my videos. Been here for several years, but it ended up having an issue too. When I hooked it up to city water pressure at home, it had a leak. So it's used to being hooked up here to a 12-volt water pump, which is a lot less pressure. It didn't leak here, but once you hook it up to city pressure, it started leaking, and I found out what it was. It was the inlet valve, water inlet valve, had a couple of hairline cracks in it, probably from the freezing up here over the winters. So I ended up buying another one, replacing it. No more leaks on that, but then it developed another leak somewhere else, and I think I'll be able to fix it. Not a big deal, but either way, it works fine up here. So that's where it's going to go, right there, here in a little bit. Also, yesterday I went ahead and put a new chain on the Ryobi chainsaw, and this had, behind this, it was just packed full of this gunky, oily, like sawdust. It was just completely packed in there. I don't know, probably causing a little bit of an issue with the chain at some point, because it was just solid in there. Then once I got the chain on, I went ahead and cut up some firewood, some logs that I brought from home, cut right through it like it was nothing. And then I've been burning this for the last couple of nights. Well, last night, I guess, I burned it. Did a couple other things inside yesterday. Put a new lamp in there and another little cooktop, little butane cooktop. Got that going in there. The wind is picking up. Did a couple other things. Went and got my game cam footage. There hasn't been cows here all month since I've been gone, which is amazing. We ended up getting some pretty good shots of some animals up here. And I had a friend up at his place. They've been here for a few days, and he invited me over, so I went over there and we hung out and had dinner. Thank you, Doug. Very good, once again. Yeah, we just hung out around the campfire. Today, I'm gonna be working on my solar, my battery bank, and I gotta unload the trailer, and I'm gonna work on some insulation upstairs, I think. I stayed nice and warm while I've been here with the wood stove going. I just want the heat to be a little more efficient so I don't have to burn so much wood. I'm not burning a lot of wood, believe it or not, but I think I would burn a lot less if this building was insulated, because I wouldn't need to put any more on. I think I wouldn't need to put any on when I got up in the morning. It was warm enough, but anyways, that's what I'm working on, insulation. So right now, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got on the game camera, and we'll get back with you guys here in just a little bit. All right, so we had some pretty good shots of elk, a bunch of coyotes, and I thought I saw a fox in there, and the usual rabbits. But hey, no cows this time. Okay, so the batteries got into float right around noon, sometime between 11 and 12. And I went ahead and started put this on a equalize. It's in equalize right now. It's been going for, I don't know, a little over an hour. Just went ahead and loosened all the caps on all the batteries in case there's any off-gassing. I think these are somewhat vented caps, but I don't see any vents on them anywhere, and I just don't want to risk any chance of pressure building up in there. But I know you can't hear it, but these things are bubbling like crazy right now. Just nuts. All right, so while that's been going on, I just started working on the insulation upstairs. Let's go take a quick look. Okay, so we're upstairs, and I just started this bottom row. I did this a long time ago, but I just started this bottom row, and then I'm gonna go each one up and over, and then from there over the other side. I'm just gonna do this side right now, so I can knock one side out of the way, and then I'll come over and do the other side. So right now I gotta go down and cut some insulation. I'll show you how I do that. Okay. So I need 87 inches approximately. Okay, so this works a lot better if you have a long workbench space to do this, because I'm running a pretty long stretch there. But I don't currently have anything like that set up. I'm just using what I already had here, so we're gonna make do with what we've got. 35. Okay, so this is how I cut insulation. I've learned over the years it's a lot easier to do it this way. Get yourself just a basic straight edge, something that you can press down over the insulation like this. And believe it or not, I've tried razor knives. They don't work very well. The best thing I've found that I have available that works really well is a standard kitchen knife, which is a nice sharp edge on it. Don't cut it on something like this, like cement board, because that'll just destroy your blade. I'm just cutting on an old piece of plywood. You just press down and slice. Done. It's cut. Very simple. Very, very simple, very quick. If you're using a razor knife, it's gonna tear it apart. It's gonna look like crap. Your finished edge is gonna look like, I don't know, somebody pull it apart with their teeth. So that works very well. Kitchen knife and some kind of straight edge. You could use a 2x4, a square, a level. You're not actually cutting into this. You're just using it as a guide. So, all right, let's take it upstairs and see if we can somehow get this thing into place while I contort myself and staple up the ceiling. Okay. I know I'm just gonna lay this right up here for now, just to kind of keep it out of my way. Don't worry, I'm taking this sheet off when I'm done, because I'm going to get fiberglass all over this bed. First things first, always wear some sort of mask when doing this stuff, because you can't see it and you don't realize it until about 20 minutes in. And I did this earlier when I did the bottom row here. Forgot to put my mask on, and you start feeling kind of a burning feeling in your throat and you start coughing. It's because you're sucking in glass fibers. So try to remember to wear your mask. If you don't remember, the fiberglass will remind you eventually. All right. I wear a hat to try to keep some of the fiberglass out of my hair. And I always wear a hat, so. Okay. Oh, I really hate doing this stuff. Yep, okay. There you go. Okay. Not the most fun thing in the world. And it would be a lot easier if this bed wasn't in here, but I'm not about to try to take this thing out of here. It was a pain to get it up in here, so that's how we're going to do it. We're going to keep doing it just like that until this place is finished. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of it. I probably won't get all this done today just because it's hot up here and I'm getting sweaty, and I don't want to be like that all day long. So I'll probably do a little bit, take a break, do a little bit more, take a break, and just keep doing that until eventually it's finished. All right, several hours later, and we did go ahead and complete the equalize mode. The Midnight Classic, I think it was only 2 hours. It did an equalize mode. I probably should have redone it for another probably 2 hours because I haven't done it in a long time. But the sun was starting to head further to the west. And as you can see, we have no sun on our panels. There is no sun to be seen anywhere. We actually have some weather moving in from the south. Didn't get very far on the insulation. I'll take you upstairs and show you what that looks like. Folks, let me turn some light on. All right, so get all this done on this side down to about here. It was pretty hot up here. It was over 80 degrees. I was getting pretty sweaty and tired and kind of bent out of shape from the close quarters working upstairs. And you know, I decided to just take a break and relax. Took the dog on a long walk out across the property, out to the east and then back around. Just had to take a break from work. It can't always be about work, you know. You gotta have a little rest, a little fun. When I got back, I realized that I have to leave here at like 6 a.m. before the sun comes up. I totally forgot about it because I have to be back home and I have to go to work at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So I've got to get out of here first thing in the morning. The problem with that is usually I'll leave out of here around noon, 1 or 2 p.m. and I have some time in the morning to kind of pick everything up, close up, and put stuff away. But as you can see, I'm losing daylight, so I really don't have any time to do anything else. That's why I stopped on the insulation project upstairs, because I have a lot of stuff to button up here so I can get out of here early in the morning. I still have more work to do, as you can see. I gotta load up my lithium solar generator, load that back up in the truck. I'm gonna take that home with me so I can replace the pull cord, which is sitting right here. And that's about all I've got today. I don't have any more time to do anything else. The only thing left to do is pick up a bunch of stuff, which I'm not going to show here because nobody wants to see that. And we're gonna make some dinner. Dinner is going to be tacos. Yep. We're gonna be cooking some tacos on this little Coleman 1-burner cooktop stove. So I've done a little walking today, and it's time to refill those big old gut calories that I burned off today. So a little bit later, once it gets cooler, I'll go ahead and get the fire going. I got to take some ash out of there. It's getting quite full. And I got to feed good old fat dog over here. She's waiting for some food, pointing her nose right at her bowl. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna put you down for a moment, put some stuff away, and then we'll get to cooking some dinner. All right, today is Tuesday, in fact, and it is going to be Taco Tuesday. So we're gonna brown some hamburger and get some tacos going. There it is. Let's get to cooking. All right, I'm gonna add some onions to my meat. Let it cook in. Okay, the hamburger is mostly browned. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. And I'm gonna cheat and just go ahead and use some taco seasoning mix. Smells good. All right, we're gonna mix it up. Oh, I forgot to mention, that was 1 pound of lean hamburger meat. All right, it's all mixed in. We're gonna let this moisture cook off a little bit so my tacos aren't so wet. And I'll get back with you here in just a little bit. Okay, I think the meat is done. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Yep, meat is cooked. All right, let's make some tacos. All right, so these are just simple off-grid tacos. I don't have any lettuce, tomato, or anything else to put on here, even a dab of sour cream. I don't have it. So it's just meat with some seasoning, some onions, cheese, a little bit of salsa on top, and that's it. Keep it simple. All right, a little bit of cheese. And just a touch of salsa. I like stuff nice and hot. All right, so there it is. 3 tacos ready to eat. Man, they're looking good. Let's eat. So good. All right, very quick, very easy, very good. I'm gonna go ahead and eat these tacos. I'm not gonna let you watch me eat because I hate watching people eat. I think it's disgusting. Anyways, I'll get back with you guys in here in just a minute. All right, guys, tacos are gone. Woo! Were those spicy? Man, those were spicy. I buy that salsa all the time, but I think this one was a little bit different. It said habanero. Habanero is a little bit spicier than what I'm usually eating. Whew. It's spicy, but man, is it good. All right, tacos are done. Belly is full. Right now, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to hang out, watch a little bit of YouTube, the Crockers, and I'm going to relax because I got to get up super early in the morning and get the heck out of here. I'm not looking forward to that, but pretty good trip. It was nice being here for 2 days. I get cut short on time on the last end there because instead of going home, sleeping, getting up, going to work, now I'm going to go home, shower, and go to work. So, kind of a pain, but it allowed me to stay here for a full 2 days, which was nice to do because a lot of stuff going on here and some stuff behind the scenes that I didn't record. Okay, it is currently 47 degrees outside. It is 73 inside. Very nice and warm. Got the wood stove over there. Just got a couple pieces of wood in there, sitting on some coals on low air draw. So it's kind of smoldering, not really producing any heat. Just getting the pieces of wood nice and hot and ready to go when the temperature finally drops in here in about an hour. I'll go ahead and pull the air valve open, let all that air in, and those pieces of wood will flame right up and get nice and warm in here. So, all right, that's going to do it for this one, you guys. It's been a good little trip. It doesn't appear that I got a lot done on camera, but there's a lot of other stuff going on outside of the camera that I was doing, and just kind of tedious little things. Didn't want to record it, bore you guys, but rest assured I was busy, very busy. So, you guys take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.